Like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Mr. Mind Average.
Sakresh. The Vipassana meditation was invented by Gautam Buddha. And for 25 centuries, Buddhists have been torturing themselves Now, who had told you to go to Dhammagiri to SN Goenka to learn a meditation of which the whole context is missing? The meditation was perfectly right for a man like Gautam Buddha. Always remember, everything is related, interdependent, into certain contexts. A German poet, Heine, was lost in a forest for days, utterly tired, exhausted, hungry, could not find the way. Neither could find anyone who could show him the way. Nights he was resting upon the trees, otherwise wild animals will destroy him. And there came the full moon night. And he has written many poems. Moon has been one of his most loved objects, and he has written beautiful songs about it. But that night, tired and hungry and afraid, he looked at the full moon, and he could not believe that what he saw in the full moon he had never seen before. And he has been a lifelong moon gazer. That night he saw a loaf of bread. What you see depends on you. People see the faces of their loved ones. People see their dream girls in the moon. But nobody has ever seen a loaf of bread. But his experience was absolutely authentic. but only in his context. I am reminding you this because people tend to forget that life is a very interwoven, interdependent, cosmic whole. You cannot take a part out of it and keep it alive, meaningful. I will not tell you to do vipassana unless I can also give you the experience of Gautam Buddha. Poor Goenka cannot understand this. He is just a businessman. What does he understand about the context in which vipassana arose? Gautam Buddha has lived in tremendous luxury, surrounded by all beautiful girls, beautiful palaces. The whole night was a celebration and the day was for the rest. The night for dances and drinks. Out of this experience, he became tired. He has seen all the beautiful girls. There was nothing more to be seen. He has seen that every man and woman is just a skeleton covered with a thin skin. Just think for a moment here, all of you skeletons covered with thin skin. And this body and its beauty fades very soon. He has seen all that was possible in those days. For a man of power and riches to see, but he could not find peace, contentment, silence. He could not find himself. Utterly frustrated, he moved out of the palace one night. Because this life is going to end in few days or in few years, it is not something to cling to. Each moment the death is coming closer. Before the death grabs you, you have to figure out something which is eternal, which is immortal. All that you see around are made of the same stuff as dreams. Do you think you are for the first time on the earth? On the same earth, millions of people have come and simply disappeared in the thin air. Scientists have counted that the place you are occupying has been occupied at least by 10 people before you. You are sitting on 10 corpses. And don't think much of yourself, because you cannot get out. You will be the 11th. And remember, it is not a laughing matter for you. Those 10 corpses will laugh at you. That look, the poor fellow was thinking of great things, and finally is flat on the pile of corpses. Gautam Buddha's search for truth for himself, for the source of life which is eternal, cannot be the search of a poor man who is hungry, who is searching for a loaf of bread. But people have completely forgotten Gautam Buddha. They have taken out of context his meditation. He could meditate because there was nothing else in the world to think about, to desire about, to be ambitious for. The world was in a way finished the day he turned out of his house. He never looked back. I am reminded of a beautiful story. He was afraid that if he goes in the mountains of his own kingdom, his father's armies will find him. He will not be able to escape. He was the only son of an old king who was hoping that he will succeed him, and he has made a big kingdom for him. So he immediately passed beyond the boundaries of his kingdom to the neighboring kingdom, and the king was very furious. He ordered the armies not to leave even a single inch unsearched. Look around all over the country. Gautam Buddha was not found. But he was not aware that the kingdom he has entered also belongs to a friend of his father. So the father informed the king and other kings around in his kingdom that you have to find my son. In my old age, at least you can do this much for me. We have been friends. The neighboring king found Gautam Buddha and he said, if you are angry, if you have fought with your father, it happens. It is not something strange or unfamiliar. Fathers and sons have always been fighting. Don't be worried. I have only one daughter and no son. Get married to my daughter and you will have 2 kingdoms together. Your father is old. He cannot live long. And my kingdom is far bigger than your father's. And he is my friend. And I have come with a request. You have everything to gain, nothing to lose. You get a beautiful wife, a great kingdom, and of course your own kingdom is there. And you will be a greater king than me and than your father, because your kingdom will be bigger than the kingdoms we have. You will be having 2 kingdoms together. Gautam Buddha said, you don't understand the point. I have not fought with my father. I have not been angry with him. And I have not come here in search for a girl. I am not interested in a kingdom, howsoever big it is. But I would like few questions to ask you. You are my father's friend. First, tell me, you say your girl is very beautiful. Is this beauty going to remain forever? Will she not one day be old? The king said, you ask strange questions. Everybody becomes old. And do you think, Gautam Buddha said, she will never die? The king laughed. He said, you are hilarious. Everybody dies. Gautam Buddha said, I don't want to get married with someone who is going to die. The king said, she is not going to die tomorrow. Gautam Buddha said, you cannot give any guarantee. Are you sure you will be alive tomorrow? The man said, I have never thought about it. I hope that I will be alive, but I cannot be certain. but you are creating anxieties in my mind. I had come to take you to the palace, and it seems you are trying to convince me to follow you to the mountains. Gautam Buddha said, it is better, it is still time, it is still light. Maybe you have few days more to live. Devote these few days in search of something which cannot be taken away from you. Your youth will disappear, your beauty will disappear, your kingdom will be one day belong to somebody else. And what does it matter? You are dead. To whom your kingdom belongs, whether he is your son or somebody else's son. The king said, you are a dangerous fellow. I don't want to talk to you. He informed Gautam Buddha's father that I have met your son. He is in the mountains in my kingdom. I tried hard, but he is very convincing, and he has created such anxiety in me. I have not slept since. I am continuously thinking of death. What is going to happen after death? What I have gained by having this big kingdom? I am a poor man inside. I have never looked into my own being. I am not even acquainted with myself. I request to you, don't try to prevent him. Let him go and let him search. What we have missed, perhaps we can hope he will find it. Gautam Buddha could sit silently, desireless, thoughtless, moving inward, because the outside has lost all interest. He has seen it. It is just phenomenal. The way you see a film, but there are idiots who, even seeing a film, will cry, will weep, will laugh, because they will become identified and they will forget that there is nothing on the screen. It is just a projected film. Our whole life is not much more than that. But to know it, you have to go through it. Gautam Buddha had a great chance to experience life and see its futility. This gave him the opportunity to sit in deep silence undisturbed. Vipassana was discovered in these moments. My own effort here is not to give you Sagres, any meditation like Vipassana directly. This place is not a place of ascetics. People are enjoying everything. I want you to enjoy and to see the futility of it. I want to see how many times you become enlightened and how many times you become unenlightened. I know one day you will simply get tired and you will say, finished. Not finished like Nandan. She has started again. But she is going to be finished one day. When she will say goodbye to the last boyfriend, it will be possible for her to meditate, particularly a meditation like Vipassana. Otherwise, you can sit with closed eyes and beautiful girls will harass you. That has been the experience down the ages of thousands of meditators. That it is strange. The moment you sit to meditate, suddenly, from nowhere, such beautiful girls start. And you open your eyes and there is nobody. And not only girls. If you have not known money, thoughts for money. If you have not known power, thoughts for power. If you have not known what it means to be a celebrity, then a deep desire to become famous, and the mind will go on weaving 1,001 thoughts and desires. And so-called teachers like Goenka will go on teaching you, don't allow these thoughts in your mind. And the more you will push them away, the more they will come close to you. You will throw away one girl and you will find there is a queue of girls, and at the end of the queue is standing Sophia Loren. Now, naturally you think Vipassana can be done later on. A man said to his friend that last night was just the greatest experience of my life. The other asked, what happened? He said, I went fishing and I caught such big fish that I could not believe. Even to carry one fish to the shore was difficult. And the whole night I was fishing. The other said, this is nothing. You are saying the greatest experience. The greatest experience happened to me last night when I dreamt. What I saw, I could not believe. On one side was Marilyn Monroe, utterly nude. On another side, Sophia Loren, utterly nude. The other man could not contain. He said, stop. Why did not you call me? At such a moment, and what you are going to do with two such women? One is enough for you. One, you should think of your friend. You call me your best friend. This is great friendship. The man said, you don't listen to the whole thing. I had gone to your home to find you, but your wife said you have gone fishing. If life has not been a richer experience, if it has been a repressive, religion-dominated, conditioned phenomenon, you cannot do Vipassana. In 25 centuries, millions of people have been doing Vipassana. How many have become Gautam Buddhas? My own analysis is very simple but very significant. You should not repress anything in your life. Live a non-repressive, joyous life, soon you will find all those joys and all those pleasures are empty. Unless you have found by your own experience that pleasures are not pleasures, but simply toys to keep you ignorant, to keep you engaged. Once you have found by your own experience, remember that is most fundamental. It has to be your own experience. Then Vipassana is the simplest meditation. You don't have to go to any businessman to learn it. Buddha has never gone to S.N. Goenka. These kind of people existed at that time too. Businessmen who were ready to teach you at a certain price. I have never met or seen Goenka, but I saw in one of his interviews, he talks that he met me in Madras in my whole life. I have been only once in Madras. And I remember perfectly, I have not met any Goenka he is simply lying, and his Dhammagiri is not very far away from here. If he wants to meet me, he can come any day, perhaps 5-hour drive. But he does not have the guts . because I am very merciless when I see a fox pretending to be a lion, then I do what needs to be done. Expose the fox, take away the hypocrisy, he has not lived a life of love. He has not lived a life of pleasures. He has not lived at all which can create the context in which vipassana is possible. He is simply a refugee from Burma, and because Burma is a Buddhist country, everybody knows what vipassana is. Just as every Christian knows the Christian prayer, every Buddhist knows vipassana. Coming from Burma, he knew the structure intellectually of what vipassana is, and here he found many people searching for meditation. And he does not create a situation in which to be associated with him becomes dangerous for you. He is a non-controversial businessman. You will not offend anybody if you go to Dhammagiri. But if you come here you don't see many Indians here. The reason is clear. To be associated with me in any way is to be condemned by the outside society. People start telling that you have also been hypnotized. You have also become corrupt. Dhammagiri is safe because he does not say to you that you have to drop tradition, that you have to drop your conditioning, that you have to get out of all the knowledge that has been forced upon you. Unless you are so clean, unconditioned, unorthodox, neither Hindu, nor Mohammedan, nor Christian, you will not be able to enter in the world of meditation. He does not say anything like that. You just enter Vipassana as you are. Nothing is demanded from you. That you are first to go through a fire to be purified, that you have to get rid of the society which is utterly polluted. I was surprised when I was in America. Almost every week somebody will phone from San Francisco, somebody from New York, that we are coming from Bombay, that we are coming from Pune, and we want to meet Bhagwan. I had told my secretary to tell those people that Bhagwan has been there in Pune for 7 years. You could not manage to see him. He will come back again to Pune, then you can see him. Strangely enough, not a single one has turned out. I am here for 2 years. Those phone calls from Bombay, from Pune, they have not dared to enter the door. In America, they were happy that nobody will know that you have been to see a dangerous man. Here, the wife will start crying. The children will say, Papa, where are you going? The neighbors will crowd that don't do this. Just look at your old parents. It will become a scene. And you yourself deep down are such a coward that you believe in all the lies that have been spread. You never come to check here. Who is being hypnotized? But the trouble is, people say that once you are there, you will become hypnotized. You will start saying the same things. It is a very strange world. One German sannyasin is here. He is an old, experienced journalist. He had come from Stern magazine to write of what is happening here. But he was a man of integrity. He reported exactly what was happening. They refused his report. They said, "You have been hypnotized. If you lie, you are not hypnotized. If you say the truth, you are hypnotized." They did not publish his article. He insisted, and finally they published, but he had to change much in it. But he became so disgusted that he resigned and came back. And since then he has been here, he has been in America, he is again here. There are many writers who came to a strange experience. If they write just a positive account, factual, neither far nor against, nobody is ready to publish their books. They say these books won't sell because they don't have any sensation. Make them sensational. But how to make them sensational? Lie about, create fictions which does not exist, and publishers are ready, and magazines are ready to publish them, and these books and these publishers and these magazines spread all around the world unfounded things. So people are so much afraid that even to mention my name is dangerous. One of my sannyasins, who is a Nobel Prize winner, asked the president of the Nobel Prize Committee, the King of Norway, that a man who has written 500 books and you have not taken any note of it, the king suggested to him that remember never to mention his name this time. You did because you were not aware, but next time it will be dangerous for your job. He has a big post. It will be dangerous for your reputation. You simply forget about this man. And he told me that I could not believe that he was not even ready to listen about you. He did not inquire. Just for manner's sake. On the contrary, from that day, she kept a certain distance from him whenever there was the meeting of the Nobel Prize Committee. He did not allow him to come close to him. So absolutely that a certain China wall has arisen between himself and the poor Nobel Prize winner, and only crime he has committed is he has mentioned my name. Indira Gandhi, who was a very powerful woman, had at least 6 times appointments to come here to see me. And every time, just one day before, a phone call will come that an urgency has arisen. And the meeting has to be postponed. In fact, now the meeting is postponed forever. My secretary asked Indira Gandhi that why you do this. If you don't want to come, we are not asking you to come. You ask us that you want to come. She has met me once in Delhi, and she said since then that man's eyes have been haunting me, and I want to see him again. And whatever he has said has changed the whole history. I want his advice on other problems. My secretary said, then why you go on cancelling? Because this is absolute nonsense that every time on the same date some emergency arises. She said, to be honest to you, there has been no emergency. Just my colleague, my cabinet stands in the way. Everybody says, don't go there. You can even lose your prime ministership just by going for a meeting to a man who has no power, who is not interested in politics. But I can understand those politicians were right. If she had come here, Mohammedans will say, we are not going to vote you. Hindus will say, that man has spoken against our Vedas. We are not going to vote for you. that man has spoken against our Shankaracharya. There will be so much turmoil. Just avoid if a powerful woman like Indira Gandhi is so cowardly that she cannot come when she wants to come because of the fear that the voters may start objecting that you have been to a man for some advice and that man is going to give any advice which is going to be dangerous. In the first place, you will be hypnotized. And she asked my secretary, an intelligent woman, well educated, that is it true that whoever goes to meet Bhagwan becomes hypnotized? People like Goenka are non-controversial. Kindergarten school teachers, they don't understand the complexity of meditation. Vipassana comes in the end. You cannot begin with Vipassana. To begin with Vipassana, you will have to go through what you are saying, the dark night of the soul. And you will not find the dawn anywhere. The dark night will go on longing and becoming darker. It is a simple psychology. You are not prepared. You have not done the homework. And you have started in a work which needs a tremendous background of experience. They are all against me because I want you to live first as hotly as possible. I used to go to Ahmedabad one of my sannyasins, Jayanti Bhai, will take me from the airport or from the railway station, and suddenly on a bridge he will accelerate the speed of the car, and I will say, what is the matter? He said, the matter is that board. Because I have been telling him again and again that that board is very religious. You should once in a while should go near the board and look at it. It was an advertisement, but very beautiful. It said, "Libba, little heart, Sippa, gold spot." I said, "I am not concerned about gold spots, but live a little heart." People live lukewarm. They just live on the minimum. Because from that minimum, they are protected from many dangers. If you don't want to fall, crawl. You are safe. And that's what you are doing in your life. I say live heartily while the season is. And this season will not last forever. Don't hesitate, because in that hesitation you are losing time. A rose flower does not hesitate to open in the early morning sun, knowing perfectly well that by the evening the petals will fall and not even a mark will remain behind. Whether that rose flower ever existed or not, will be similar. But while the sun is rising and the morning breeze is welcoming, to dance, the rose dances. All the religions have destroyed your dance. They have made you crippled. They have destroyed your sensitivities. They have dulled your intelligence. And then they say, do vipassana. A man who has lived heartily is bound to do vipassana, but in the evening. He has seen the day. It was beautiful, but it was ephemeral. It is gone. Now begins the search for that which comes and never goes. One of the great Hindu scriptures is Badrayana's Sutras. The first sutra is Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Now, the inquiry into the ultimate. That now has been for almost 2000 years or more a problem. how to interpret it. Because this is the beginning. Books don't begin from now. It seems as if something has preceded it. And now, and there are many commentaries on Vadrana's Athato, but no one has got the point. The man was saying that you have lived heartily, you have loved deeply, you have did everything that you wanted to do, unrepressed, uninhibited. Now it is time for the inquiry into the ultimate. But only now. If you have not lived at the maximum, that which has been left unlived will go on lingering in your mind. That which has been repressed will go on asking your attention. Your heart and your mind will be pulled by the unlived, the repressed, the denied, the condemned, and you cannot sit silently. Otherwise, vipassana is not an effort. It is a very simple experience. After the whole hard day of life, when you see the futility of it all, you have to see. You cannot see from other people's eyes. You have to see with your own eyes the futility. Then what is the problem? You sit silently. You settle silently within yourself, into your very interiority. The word vipassana simply means perceptivity, clarity, seeing directly into truth. But if something you always wanted, it may be a small thing, is there in your unconscious, it won't allow your perception to be pure. It will try again and again that I am still unfulfilled. First, have the experience that you have denied yourself, and all these religions have been teaching you to deny this, to deny that, they have driven the whole humanity bananas. Otherwise, human beings are beautiful as they are. If they live naturally, one day they are going to ripe. One day they are going to mature. One day they are going to graduate from this so-called world of desires, ambitions, jealousies. After that graduation, Vipassana is not a doing, it is a non-doing. You simply sit silently and it starts sovereign over you as if the whole sky is rejoicing in your silence. One of the stories about Manjusri, a disciple of Gautam Buddha who became enlightened, depicts it correctly. He is sitting under his tree silently and flowers start showering on him. Those flowers are not visible, but they are fragrant. And they had tremendous power to transform your whole being. Sagres it was in a way good that you went in isolation at Dhammagiri practicing Vipassana meditation as taught by S.N. Goenka.
Osho, Carry On, Tat Sat, Discourse number 28, Tape 2.
It has been a good experience. You say, I have never experienced such pain. You deserved it. Why you went there? You say, I have never experienced suffering and doubt ever before. Presently, I feel exhausted, tired, very good. At least you are alive. Just few days rest. Few days nourishment in my commune, and all pain, all suffering, and all doubt, and all tiredness will disappear. If you have understood me correctly, it has already disappearing. You will be dancing and singing and rejoicing. We have so many meditations here, but I have put Vipassana at the very end. First, go through all other kinds of experiences, purifying, so that you can become capable of entering Vipassana. People want to jump into paradise directly, and they don't see the place they are standing. If from there they jump, they will have multiple fractures. One has to reach to the steps, and one has to move step by step, consciously, cautiously. It is a pilgrimage. But this experience has been really good. You needed it. It will be now easier for you to see my arrangement of meditations. You are saying that my interest in the meditation practice is passing away. Your interest in Dhammagiri should pass away, not in meditations. Just it is too fresh. The wound is open. Just wait. And in few days you will be doing Vipassana here. But here Vipassana is a juicy experience. It is not dry. I have few criticism against the Vipassana that is being practiced in Buddhist lands. They have all made it very dry, desert-like. Nothing blossoms, no greenery. Everything is simply business life. I want you to learn meditation as a play, as playfulness. Your meditation and your love should be synonymous. And that's what you are asking. You are asking, I am yearning deeply to connect with my heart. That guy, S.N. Goenka, has disconnected you from your heart, because in the traditional Buddhist tradition, there is no place for heart. It is a very dry approach to reality. Buddha never even mentions the word love. He was so afraid that he for 20 years continuously denied women to be initiated into his commune, because women are impossible. They will bring some juice, whatever you do. Something will start growing in the desert, some flowers. It is impossible for a woman not to be the heart. It is very easy for the man not to be the heart. The woman is the heart and the man is the head. And once you deny women, then there are only dry heads, coconuts, my approach is, I have never made any distinction whether somebody is woman or man. Anybody who is a seeker of the path is welcome. Hence, this is a totally different commune. Such a commune has never existed. Here you can sing and dance. Here you can fall in love and fall out of love. There is no harm. Life is accepted in its totality. And this total acceptance arises the awareness that will enable you to meditate. And this meditation will be far richer than any vipassana of Gautam Buddha. This meditation may create songs in you, may create dances in you, may give a new impetus to creativity in all dimensions of life. Your silence should not be the silence of a graveyard. Your silence should be the silence of a garden. Once in a while, a bird starts singing, but it does not disturb the silence. It deepens it. Once in a while, the breeze comes with its song, passes through the pine trees, but it does not disturb the silence. It deepens it. I do not teach you the desert. I teach you the garden of the heart. That is where, with great respect, I differ from Gautam Buddha. I love the man, but that does not mean I have to agree with everything done by the man. His meditation is heartless, and a meditation that is heartless is not of any worth. I want a meditation that can laugh, that can dance, Sagres, you suffered well. This is what in the East people call the law of karma. You must have committed some grave sin in your past life, otherwise why you should go to Dhammagiri? Dhammagiri out of all places. But in a way it is good that evil act and its punishment is finished. Now you can start afresh. I teach you a meditation which is totally different from what has ever been taught in the name of meditation. Now, few things just to relieve your pain and your suffering and your tiredness, and to help you to forget that you have been to Dhammagiri, that you simply dreamt about it. There is no such place as the Magiri. This guy, S.N. Goenka, does not exist. It was just a nightmare. A man parked his car on a street in New York, but when he returned, he found that someone had smashed into the rear end of his car. On the windshield, he found a note that read, "Dear sir, I just smashed into your car. The people who saw the accident are watching me. They think I am writing down my name and address so you can contact me regarding the damage. They are a bunch of idiots." Jaime Goldberg is stopped in the street by a neatly dressed salesman who says, "Sir, would you like to buy a toothbrush for $10? $10? cries Jaime. "That is robbery." The salesman seems hurt. "Well, then," he says, "how about a nice piece of homemade chocolate cake for 10 cents? This seems fair." So Jaime hands 10 cents to the man and, unwrapping the cake, takes a bite. Suddenly, he screams and spits out the mouthful. "My God," he shouts, "this cake tastes like shit." "It is," replies the salesman. "Wanna buy a toothbrush?" Tired of being a yuppie, Bogart decides to leave the city life and buy a small farm. He goes to a sale of farm animals and asks to buy a rooster. "Out here," says the salesman, "we call them cocks." "Okay," says Bogart, "give me a cock. And can you sell me a hen?" He asks. "Out here," says the salesman, "we call them fullets." "Okay, give me a fullet," says Bogart. "And what else do you have for sale?" The salesman explains that he has a jackass for sale. So Bogart buys that too. As he is leaving, the salesman warns Bogart that sometimes the jackass stands still and won't move until he is scratched between the ears. Sure enough, on his way home, the jackass stops and does not move. and Bogart has forgotten what the salesman had said. Grandma Funnygum happens to be walking nearby and stops to ask if she can help. Just then Bogart remembers about scratching the jackass between the ears. "Ah, yes, you can help me," says Bogart. "Would you hold my cock and pull it while I scratch my ass?" Okay, Manish.
There is so much magnificence. Hear the ocean. Waves are coming in, waves are coming in.